Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Yemen. I actually think we're doing really well. And I've been kind of looking around, having a little bit of a gander at some of the things that have been going on. I'm pretty kind of impressed by Transoxiana, I don't know how to say that. Russia, by the way. In case anyone hasn't noticed, Russia has been doing Russia things and is ever so slowly making its way across the Siberian area. Ming is being itself. It's all, it's got a bajillion tributaries. The Super Ming over here in the east. Little old Yemen and the Ottomans are partners in crime, I like to think. Oddly enough, the Ottomans have actually made friends with Bohemia, which is a bit strange. I mean, it's not totally unheard of, but it probably has something to do with, like, the, sort of... Wait, why is France at war with this? And Desmond, are you allied to Corsica? That's weird. Okay. This is like France at war with a little province in Ireland. So that's the diet held in the emirs. Speaking of which, emirs. If I call a diet, you will gain loyalty and then I can demand military support. And get my 150 mil power. It'll hurt your loyalty. But it'll give me, mil power. Which I don't exactly need to get the things that I want to get. But this will get cheaper soon. Why is it so expensive? Oh, because of this. He's doing God's work. Again, we want to stay kind of towards mysticism right now. Until we wipe out some of these religions. And then we'll be good to move on. Now, I'm also building spy networks in the Mamluks. Now, out of curiosity, tech-wise, how is the Mamluks doing compared to me? Alright, they're doing pretty good. They're still ahead of me a little bit. So we'll kind of leave that the way it is in the status quo. I'm making so many monarch points right now. It's pretty bonkers. Jask was no longer a part of our nation. That's fine. We can choose another one of these. I'm going to go ahead and take war score versus other religions. Seems like a reasonable thing to get done. I would love to steal the maps of like Great Britain or somebody. Ooh, prestige or points. I think I like the idea of getting points in both of those because I need those both pretty badly. So I'm going to build a spy network in England here to see, or in Britain rather, to see if I can get steal knowledge of like some of this Atlantic stuff because I want to know what's going on in America, 64 ducats. Standardization of caliber, we're 2 years away from that. I don't really know what our next move is. I've been kind of considering, I mean I have like Funj as a vassal. I would like to go to war with Kerman or the Mamluks again. You can see the Mamluks are getting eaten up. Kerman, mainly because Fars has some cores here, as does Sind. I maybe go like Kerman into Gujarat. I would love to take on Gujarat, but I'm not sure. He seems to have a very high development for his size, as far as I can tell. Like if we go to Ledger and military armies, and then I go rivals, yeah, Gujarat, like look at that army. 44,000. His force limit is 63. Yeah, he has way higher development from me because of his just territory is better. If we go to country... I don't know why his is so high. I don't understand it. I think it has something to do with how many... I thought it was something to do with his thingy. He just has a lot of force limit. Maybe he built buildings? Can't tell. He's got... I don't know why his force limit is so high compared to mine. I'll just have to figure it out. Building-wise, we still do have a lot of options for buildings. I could also upgrade some forts here. Might not be a bad idea to upgrade some of these, or even scrap some of them and move them and stuff like that. Now, out of curiosity, am I getting the full benefit here of army tradition? I'm not, because my things are not fully maintained to the level that they should be. So, which forts do I want to keep is a hard question to answer. I don't really like the position of a lot of these forts. Like this fort here seems pretty terrible. So what I might do is I might upgrade this fort. And then just scrap this one. Or I'll just mothball it. I'll scrap it. Whatever. I don't want a fort there. Fort here is just fine. If I was going to build another fort, I'm not going to build another fort around here. This fort's going to do the job. I'm trying to save money here and like reorganize my army. Now, if I were to move this fort, I would move it to here. I would move it back to this tile right there. And then these three forts would work together to kind of cover each other and create a nice killing zone in here where it's hard to get past us and stuff like that. And then I would feel actually pretty secure. The only provinces that wouldn't be protected is Medina. So let's build a castle in here, and then let's delete this one. And we'll upgrade this later, but I'm kind of just reorganizing where the forts are in my territory to better defend myself. To cover, you know, against devastation and all this sort of thing. Like I have these three really optimal forts that are protecting like all of these provinces in here in like an interlocking way that makes it hard to move around too much in my territory. Okay, let's send another conversion thingy. Let's go ahead and take a tech here. It'll be 600 roughly. May sabotage recruitment. Excellent. So how long until I can steal maps? I need 50. Okay. Lithuania and Poland have pretty good tech at this point, which is surprising. Well, it's not that surprising, but it's, you know, it's kind of surprising. Let's go ahead and fabricate some claims on the guys here. Let's see. What do I already have? I want Kus. I want Ras Garab. I want to try and get all these to kind of to loop a thing around. I want Sinai. And there, that's all of my claim power. And then I would want to grab these two as well. And then I kind of I've linked up my territories then, and I'd feel pretty good about that if I could pull that off. Diplomat has been arrested. You're returning from the target outraged countries rule. I think I will probably add up another rule here and say keep my own subjects nice and happy. I do have 3 subjects that are worth considering. All with nice cores here that I'm going to have to try and claim and get back. The good news is too that I can make a bigger army, quite a bit bigger. Now, out of curiosity, how much do I want to go to here? Oh, this is too many infantry. It should be 12 and 12. So let's bring you up to 8 artillery, and we'll bring you up to 8 artillery as well, and then they should be equalized, these two armies. So we're about to take this next year, once this 10% modifier rolls away, and that should be just about, just about 700 points for this, give or take a bit. Give or take a little bit. Military traditions, neighbor bonus, scientific revolution. I feel like my tech is very, very cheap, which I'm quite happy about. Oh, hell yeah, Masawa. Just picked up some two base production over here. I'm happy about that. Speaking of institutions, where the hell is the printing press? Okay, the conquest of... Okay, they owe me 22 favors. Ottomans are at war with Mushasha again. Damn it, I should have made claims here. Damn it, I should have made claims here. Okay, we will accept the call to war. Move our troops out. I think I forgot to drill my armies. Yeah, I did. Make a long-term investment or gain thingy. So we'll 50 Diplo power would be really good, actually. So, but it's so many ducats. So many ducats. It's hard to say no to that many. Now, Fars does have a couple of cores and claims, so I might actually use Fars to get these provinces for myself if I can. The Ottomans might not give them to me in war, but we'll make the attempt. You hold on for this infantry, please. And then we'll take this military policy. About 700 points is all it cost. And we can build training fields. And we converted the province to get some more prestige. And we can keep converting. And we can go up to our military thingy. And bring out chambered demi-cannons. And the other thing that we can do is... I have forgotten. I've forgotten what the other thing we were going to do. I guess we could invite scholars. I wanted to save some admin points. I only need to get 2 techs for it to be worth it. So we'll do it. New idea group, which is exciting. Probably going to take another military idea group. I know I've been hemming and hawing about which one I want to take. But I think I'm going to take a military idea group here because I'm ahead of time in military. Now, out of curiosity, Ottomans, what ideas have you taken? You take offensive, humanist, and trade ideas, and economic ideas. Making your way over. Admin tech. Let's go ahead and grab that. That will give me the ability to build plantations. Now, curiously, plantations are almost worth it for me. And in fact, I would argue that it might even be worth it, even though they're not worth it, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to drop this in Mukha, which is right here. Boosh. I'll drop 1. Then the other thing I can build is this barracks here, and in Taiz, it absolutely makes sense to make this an extra 2,000 manpower. So I'll stick that in Taiz. Other than that, yeah, none of these things really super appeal to me. We spend a good chunk of that cash on improving our provinces. Go ahead and smash that. I'm going to transfer this to Funge. Fars, rather. Okay. We need to get rid of this fort before we can move on and help out over here. I don't want to cross this. I don't want to go through this crossing. I'd rather just try and grab one of these provinces for myself. So I want to make sure I secure some cores for Fars. That would be really, really useful to me if I could get those. So I'm going to kind of let them do their own thing over here, make a mess of themselves, and see if we can't be a naughty boy and cause issues for them. So you can't actually do anything. I think I will come around this way now that I can't really go anywhere else. Let's have a look at the war. Okay, there's a lot of people we need to worry about here. A lot of territory, sort of like the neck of Persia, and a bit of Iraq and stuff like that. So the next idea group, this is going to be another really long discussion because I've been thinking about this and I've been thinking about it and I've been coming back and forth and I've been thinking, well, maybe I should do this and maybe I should do that, and I'm still not sure what the hell I want to do here. Like, I could do some funky things, like I could go maritime and naval ideas at the same time and just have like a really powerful navy. Or I could go exploration and start like colonizing over here, or I could go expansion instead of colonizing over here. I could go administrative and get an even cheaper tech. I could go religious ideas and start being able to homogenize my religions and stuff like that, and really, you know, bring my territory together. I could go economic ideas and be swimming in gold. I could go trade ideas and be swimming in gold. Or I could go offensive ideas and I could do things like quality, which would give me army tradition and all these durabilities and powers and all this good stuff. Or I could go quantity, and I love quantity, personally. Personally, quantity is my favorite, because it just makes your army so huge. I'm really tempted by quantity, because the first one is like 50% manpower, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Being able to field lots of really big armies. My problem with quantity is it makes you be able to field really huge armies, but often I don't have the money to support them. So that's why I'm kind of tempted by economic or trade ideas right now. Now, trade ideas... If I went expansion, I don't know if this... Does this work for me? Can fabricate claims in overseas trade company regions. I don't know if I can actually make trade companies, but I would like to. I'd have to look up how trade companies work. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to pick this idea group here. In between episodes, I'm going to look up how trade companies work and whether or not you have to be European to use them. Because I seem to recall that that might be a possibility. I guess you can come around this way now. But yeah, I'm kind of torn. I'm torn between economic expansion, trade, and quantity or quality ideas. Those are the sort of ones I'm looking at right now. I kind of regret switching away from the ICTA government. I kind of wish I'd stayed it. But, you know, we'll stay as a sultan. I miss all those cool little events we were getting. We don't seem to be getting quite as many of them. So, your core is here. So I'm going to transfer this to you, Fars. That's your core territory, and we want that for you if we can get it. And we'll do a bit of sieging over here. Recover all this land, and then we'll have to kind of get some of these guys out of the war. Mazandaran has done really well for itself. Ooh, religious civil disorder in Great Britain. And it looks like they've unified the whole lot of the islands. Let's see if we can't go ahead and make some changes here. What's my contribution up like? Looking pretty good. Look pretty good. Little vassal swarm doing its own thing. Mushasha was building a spy network in me, I believe. Or the other way around, I can't remember. I'm definitely building one in here, though. So let's go ahead and fabricate another claim on Suez. And that should be almost the full amount that I want. I just want Akarba. And then I'm ready to go. Oddly enough, I think I got some corruption or something. It seems to be hurting my income. Or else, I don't know what else could have happened. Maybe I lost some manpower or something. Although, to be fair, I am working 2 plus 3 advisors right now. Now they're half cost, but still. 2 plus 3 advisors is pretty expensive. Ushasha will see Siraf to Fars. Okay, we got one of our cores back. So how do the Ottomans feel about that? They got some of the provinces that they wanted, but I don't think they got everything they wanted. How long until the Mamluks are out of trucing? Truce with us in 1604. Let us cancel our thingy on you. We'll pull you back. Let's cancel our embargo on you. There's no point embargoing you now. I've exiled armies. Why don't you guys come back? And then do the training thing. So we have fully unlocked our traditions. I'm really excited about that. I feel like we're doing amazingly well, and we have a lot of potential to live up to here. Let's check the great power thingy. Yeah, see, this is where we're struggling though. This tech cost thing is really hurting us. Like, we're theoretically, if we didn't have a tech cost, we'd be on par with Ming in terms of great power in the world. Now we still are getting points and stuff like that, and you know, we are a great power. I think we're one of the most powerful countries on the map right now, and we're allied with the most powerful country on the map. And we have a lot of trust in that alliance, and we've been working together consistently. So I think we're in a really strong position. We just need to kind of make some decisions about what our long-term goals are, because the Mamluks are going to be gone soon, and then that might cause some friction between me and the Ottomans. Because usually, you know, when you're not like beside each other, it's kind of like it's all good, but once you kind of start tipping off each other, it gets kind of scary. And usually two great powers being allied kind of can go tits up pretty quick. So there's that. $800 manpower here. So this is, in theory, this is 200 extra for things. So it would need to be at least 1,000 manpower for me to consider it. I wonder what our next move is. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a moment here. I'm going to end the episode. I'm going to take a moment here to think about what I want to do next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all very much. Bye-bye.